Good morning, everyone. I have little Basil here. She's so cute. So I was looking at her. I'm just gonna show you her body really quick. I don't want any like strikes or anything, so I'm not gonna show everything. She does have a ball jointed head. That's why it looks so weird. But yeah, this is her body so far. I did do a little bit of her creases yesterday too, on her body. So I need to go in and do creases on her head. Sorry, I was looking at her myself. I need to do some creases on her head and then, and then also I think I want to add a bit more blushing because she's a little pale looking on the cheeks. And then the inside of the nose, the inside of the mouth a little bit more. I need to work on her tongue. And so I'm just gonna mix up the paint, and we're just gonna, I think we're still gonna use the natural blush. Fuse Effects, Fuse Effects, I got it right this time. Natural blush. And so I'm going to grab a little bit of that. Now I don't need as much as yesterday, so I just kind of grabbed just a small amount, not too much. And then I also want a little bit of the clear. And I ordered a big bottle of clear because the little trial kit came with some. I'm trying to add about the same amount of clear. And then I need part A, which is the catalyst, to make it dry. So I'm just going to mix these two together, the clear and the paint, really well before I add in my part A. So this is part B, the paint is part B. So I'm just mixing this in. I'm gonna mix it really well to make sure that it's good and mixed. Now, I want to add in the same amount. I just eyeball it, of course. How much of the two that I put in, the color and the clear. And so now I'm going to mix part A in. I want to mix that really, really well. Okay, so this is really thick. If you notice, it's pretty thick. So I've got my Mona Lisa paint thinner. I use this when I do Genesis. And I think I put like 5-6 drops in there. I just eyeball it. I know that like a lot of people want to know exactly, and I honestly couldn't tell you. I just eyeball it and it works. Okay, so now it's very thin, so you don't want it too thin. Sorry, but you know, it is a bit runny, so, and I hope my coloring's turning out better today. I don't know, I've got one curtain closed because it's too bright right now. Okay, so I just have my little sponge here, and I'm just going to go over her cheek a little bit. And of course the hair pops up. Okay. And then this side just a little bit. I think I needed it to be a bit darker. Okay, let's, I think the this is the lips, this one, and it is darker than the blush. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add a little bit. I need to grab a different brush. This one's got a little bit of fuzzies. So I'm just grabbing a little bit, and then I'll mix that in. Now I can't, unfortunately, get all the paint off of there. So I just stuck it in my acetone to clean it. And then you also need to put in, since I put in extra part B, the paint, I need to put in extra of the part A as well. So I'm just gonna squeeze a bit in. That should do it. So I have a whole bunch of these part A clears, because they each, whenever I order a new bottle of paint, it comes with one, of course. So yeah, that's why I have more, but I've just been using those up. I do have a large clear, or part A that came with the clear that I have, so yeah. Okay, let's see how this is moved on me a little bit. And then where'd you go, little sponge? Alright, there's a little bit of a area there that didn't look quite painted. Just trying to see in the light how both sides look. One looked a little bit more, I do need to add more color to her nose. A little more red than the other, more blushed than the other, so we want them to look the same. And I realize I don't have like part 1, part 2 of my silicone painting. I guess part 1 would be prepping the kit for paint, and then part 2 is my yellow base that I start with. So I need to do that. But I think I'll keep little basils, like little tutorials for those that wanna, you know, maybe start on a smaller kit. And then I do want to redo the tutorials on maybe the next silicone I'll be working on. So the next one I'll be working on is a newborn size, by the way, and she is the asleep version. I'm gonna put some paint down along her neck, because I think because I was holding her before and trying to paint, like a lot of it got rubbed off because I was holding her with just a plastic bag on my hand. So I need to, there we go, give her some bit of coloring on the bottom there, just so she, you know, looks more alive, I guess, and so that it's not, looks weird compared to the rest of her. And so I just want to blend that in. And anyone that's wondering about her being so shiny, that is normal with silicone. Silicone paint is shiny. I will show how I do my matting layer at the end. And then the matting, of course, she's no longer going to be shiny. She will be, well, she'll be matte. And it'll be good. And I do use Sam's matting powder. I've heard good things about it. I haven't tried anything else. At the time, I think there was just the Sam's that I was hearing good things about. Like, everybody was using Sam's. And so, naturally, I was using Sam's too. Or, well, I bought it because I heard such good things about it, right? And it is very soft and silky. I love it. And I like using it, and it is expensive. Especially in Canadian funds. I don't know of anybody in Canada that sells it. So I bought mine from Jenny Lee. I forget what her website, Wee Babies or something. Nursery, I think, .com, something like that. And I got the largest size because well, if I'm going to be making silicones, you know, I'll need a large size. I'm not a collector at all. So I don't think I would actually personally have a silicone baby. I mean, I do like the look of them and the feel, but they're just kind of too big for me, to be honest. Like, I mean, not too big, but they weigh a lot because they're solid. Oh, well, the head's solid anyway. And the arms and legs. What am I talking about? But yeah, and I'm not sure how much little Basil weighs here, but she's pretty, you know, I think she's about 2 pounds. If I remember correctly, like, I weighed her when I first got her. But now I have no idea. I have too much paint in an area and I can't seem to get it out with the sponge or the brush. Okay. And that ear looks good too. There's if there's like any little holes or divots of any kind, even with vinyl, the paint just wants to go right in there and pool, and I don't really want that to happen. There we go. Okay, so now that I've just realized that I painted her chin, I wanted to pull her mouth open and paint her mouth. Oh, that hair is super stubborn. There we go. But I just realized that I have painted her under her chin there, so maybe I'll just paint her lips for now. And then we'll paint the inside of her mouth later. Probably later on today, I'll be able to paint the inside of her mouth. I'm not the best at painting the inside of the mouths for silicone. It's different. That's for sure. A little too much underneath her lip there. And of course a hair appeared. There we go. I'm going to hold her upside down so that I can do the top lip. I think I'm going to have to paint the lips a few times. I want to kind of go over her eyelid again, just to add a bit more color. And I've also got another hair to deal with. There we go. So, oh, where did this little dot come from? It's hard to see. Blend in the paint. I don't think I did quite as high over here, so I think I mixed up too much paint today, but that's alright. It is quite expensive, like I said, but I still get nervous on camera. Oh, sorry for the dog. Someone must be walking by. Oh, it's the mail, I hear. Mail. I'll have to check and see what goodies it might be today. Little spot looked a little bare there. Bare there. Okay. Her nose is a little more red than I want on top. I don't know that I'll add, you know, a tinge of yellow at all to her. I just want to mix up the paint a little bit more. It's been sitting here for a few minutes. A little more red, or I mean yellow to her nose at all. I don't know if I'll do that. You know, for like realism, she would, of course, have that. It looks a little underpainted there. There we go. This wants some like kind of splotchy skin. Oh, something was in my eye. It's actually so nice out there today. If you saw my box opening rather, before this video, it is such a beautiful day. And I'm, you know, getting antsy to plant some things in the garden, but in Canada you never know what the weather's gonna be like, and I'm just worried it's gonna be like snowing again all of a sudden. I think I've seen it snow in May before, if I remember correctly. It snowed in May one year. And I was thinking, what is going on? It's May. Or I mean June, sorry. I saw it snow in June before. I guess I'm, you know, I am up north, so it's possible or expected or whatever, but you know, a lot of the stuff I plant just doesn't have time to grow. So I've been wanting to do, what's that? Broccoli and Brussels sprouts for a long time. I've tried it the last 2 or 3 years, and it just doesn't get the time to come up. Like, I'll get plants, but they never have time to get any, you know, you get leaves, but that's it. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's disappointing because, you know, I'd really like to have some, but I guess the thing would be to start them in the house, but I don't know, I just don't do it. I don't really have success with it for some reason. I've started some mangoes in the house, and they're doing excellent. Two plants, but you know, you don't get mangoes for however many years, so it's just kind of like a neat plant, I guess, to have in the house. Okay, so she's looking really nice now. I have a little too much paint in the corner of her mouth there. And I don't know that I like the line down her lip now that I see it. There. The paint just settled like right in the middle of the lip where there's a crease. And I might want to add a bit of color under her chin. That's kind of a weird, I don't know, line underneath. I guess it's okay. I'm going to remove a little bit of that crease line under her, well, between her lids, I guess, her eyelids. Not sure what to, oops, now I messed up the bottom lip. Try to rub some excess. There we go. I'm gonna have to work on that top lip some more sometime. Right now I gotta let her paint finish drying. I'm just adding a little bit more color up here along the ridge. Her cheek and eye ridge. And I still wanna add more color to her nose. Okay. Okay, so I think she's looking really good. I still want to add a little bit more coloring to her forehead there. And blend. Oh, the sun must be going behind a cloud. Well, that's no good. Not good at all. Okay, well, I had better stop for today. And I do let my, oh, this looks like a bare spot. Maybe it's just the lighting. I let my silicone cure overnight. So I do one, I don't know what these little dots are, but I'm going to fill them in. Must be part of the mold. There we go. So I'm just going to let her dry, and I'm going to work on her body. I'm going to add some more blushing to her hands and her feet. I noticed there's a crease I missed in one armpit, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope this has been a great video for you if you're wanting to try silicone. And if you have any questions, just ask in the comments. I try to respond to the comments that I receive if I can help. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful day.